Hello everyone, my name is Amy with Eating Healthy, Spending Less, and in today's video, we're going to be answering that question that we keep hearing all over social media. Should we be stocking up on food and supplies? So what is all of this hype about? Why are people all over YouTube stocking up as if we are going to go through some horrendous emergency? Watching those videos or even just seeing the thumbnail, it kind of is like, oh my goodness, are we really going to have to be doing this again? And as I walk through my grocery stores, I am not seeing just tons of empty shelves. I don't want to walk into this in a state of fear or panic. And I hope and pray that this video does not stir up those feelings for you. I want to keep all of those feelings neutral. Let's go into this with head knowledge and then put it into practice however we see fit that we need to. There's no fear in this. So I have been reading various articles, watching news segments. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of the information that is out there. And I still am not panicking. I believe wholeheartedly that we should be prepared for anything. And yes, we are starting to see food prices increase, and it's getting irritating. I think a lot of us are irritated by it. We're having to raise our grocery budgets. I have said from the get-go, I am not raising my grocery budget. This month I did by $100, and that $100 is not going towards my weekly grocery budget. It's going towards my stocking up budget, and I have already used it up. I am done stocking up for the month of May, except for my Azure standard order, and that is totally separate. Right now, we are in a preparing phase. I have decided that for our family and me being the keeper of my home, it is my job and my responsibility to always be prepared with unknown circumstances. And so, yes, I have started an emergency pantry. I am being very strategic on what I purchase and the amount of money that I am going to spend on this. I feel like I am getting to a point where I am almost near the end of where I want to be. But I will continue placing my Azure standard orders because though I will have an emergency pantry set aside, and I will have all those expiration dates written out, ready to go so that we are using up that food. I will also still be managing my monthly pantry that we eat on. And so for Azure Standard, I purchase 25-pound bags of beans and rice and all kinds of ingredients because that's stuff that we're constantly filtering through month after month after month. And that will not change. But I have determined that it is a wise thing to have an emergency pantry set aside for a just in case. So if I were you, I would sit down and determine what you need to stock up on. If you are a meat eater, then you're probably going to want to have meat. But I want you to remember this. This is an emergency food supply. This is not a foo-foo-y, everything that you want to eat in the world food supply. So basic ingredients that can feed us for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they are going to be items that we are going to have to eat on a consistent basis because I'm not going to house just a ton of ingredients for all kinds of different cuisines. So we're going to have oats to make oatmeal. We're going to have flour to make bread. We're going to have peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and honey. These are things that I already stockpile for my monthly, but I will be purchasing additional to house in my emergency food supply that I have not purchased yet. Then you want to think about fruits. We have some canned fruit that you'll see in a moment. Have a garden so that you have vegetables ready to go. And then for dinner, we'll have rice and beans, pasta, tomato sauces to make spaghetti sauce. It's gonna be pretty basic though. But what would get us by is the garden. The garden is what's going to give us the fresh vegetables. Also, remember this too, broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, any sort of sprouting seeds that you can sprout in a jar on your counter would be great for having fresh, crunchy greens to add to a meal. But your garden is what is going to bring those meals to life, hopefully, in case of an emergency. And so those are the basics. I'm not planning on purchasing much more than that. I did get applesauce, and applesauce is great for any of those meals and something that I always want to have in my emergency supply. Okay, so how am I paying for this? I've already told you that I have increased our grocery budget by $100. But what I'm also doing is every week I have a $100 grocery budget for anything that we need for that week for groceries. I am designating $20 of that every week to go towards something else that I'm stocking up on. This is a slow process. We are not seeing an imminent danger to hurry and go stock up right this second, or we're going to starve to death. This is a slow progression of what you could start doing now. Every week, just buy something. Add to your emergency pantry. That is it. If you are thinking, Amy, where am I going to store this? I store all of my grains and beans in 5-gallon buckets. I purchase them at Tractor Supply. The buckets are $4.99. The Gamma Seal lids, which I will show you when I show you everything I bought, because I did purchase more of these over the week. And they are $10.99. They are much more expensive to purchase the Gamma Seal lids. And you don't have to purchase those. You could just purchase the inexpensive lids that fit on 5-gallon buckets. But if you have children, then I would recommend really purchasing those Gamma Seal lids. They are so kid-friendly and they are really gentle on your hands, where those other lids can really hurt your hands. So I recommend those. You can also purchase these supplies at Winco and on Azure Standard's website. And I have also seen friends purchase them from the bakery section at different grocery stores, but for me personally, I prefer just purchasing them at Tractor Supply. So if nothing happens, how do I plan to use up this food? Well, thankfully, it's food that we already eat, and we will just start adding it to our meal rotation and eat it up. And then as we start eating it, my plan is to replenish what we're using up. So by December 2024, if nothing has happened and we're just plowing through that food, then I will start replenishing those ingredients. So now I want to show you what I have purchased. Okay, so in my Azure order this month, I had brown rice in there, but this was a cheaper price. This is from Costco. Now, I did not purchase all of this in one day. This is over the past 2 weeks, and this is not everything. I will show you everything though. These are 12-pound bags of organic brown short grain gourmet rice. These were only $10.99 at Costco. Much cheaper price than Azure Standard. So head to Costco and get some of these. I bought 36 pounds. Obviously you can add. I bought 12 jars of the Aldi salsa. These expire next January. So we'll make sure to use these up by then. I purchased 4 more of these buckets from Tractor Supply. And as you can see, food grade, BPA free. So I love these with the Gamma Seal lids. My favorite flour are these 25-pound bags of King Arthur flour from Smart and Final. They are $20 right now. And the only ingredients, let's see, is the hard red wheat flour and malted barley flour. No preservatives or additives to this flour. I love this flour. I also started stocking up on pasta. We are gluten-free, minus our sourdough, but for pasta, we eat gluten-free pasta. These were $3.20 something a piece at Walmart. That comes out to be 20 cents an ounce. These were cheaper, $2.18 I believe. These were 13 cents an ounce at Walmart. At Aldi, I bought applesauce. We love applesauce, and one of us takes applesauce and a vitamin together. So these are good until next August. And then apple juice. These are $1.55 at Aldi right now, and these are good until February of 24. As I do my grocery shopping at Aldi, I will be picking up more juice, probably another 6-pack of applesauce, maybe some more salsa, and we are starting to run low on ketchup, so I will get more ketchup. Well, I just bought this nifty step stool from Costco because my other emergency supply, is really high in these cabinets. So here we go. Yay, I can see. Okay, so up here in these cabinets, I have black beans, corn, green beans, and mixed fruit. I went to Walmart a few weeks ago and I purchased these. These are foods that we already eat. So this is not just like for no reason. We eat this stuff. I put that mixed fruit in Jell-O, and then I love having a little supply of canned beans and some canned vegetables. These expire December of 24. Up in the cabinet next to it, I have an extra 12-pack of tomato sauce. I have coconut milk and cream. This is from an Azure order a while ago. We love adding coconut milk to our lentil curry dishes. And then I did purchase the Amy's organic soups. I have lentil soup and the black bean soup. I will say it's inexpensive at Walmart at just $2.53 a can. However, I was so excited. My Costco is now carrying the Amy's lentil and lentil vegetable soup, and they're just $2 a can. So if I get more soups, I will put them here. But my kids and I, we will devour that soup in no time. We love Amy's soup. Now, this is not part of my emergency food supply. This is stuff that we are constantly rotating through. We have pinto beans, black beans, kidney beans. We have our flour. We have rice. We have so much in here. And so I don't know what this is. Oh, this is flour. But we just have so much because we use it all. This is all I have left though of the rolled oats. I am hoping to get a lot of oats from Azure Standard this month. But this is just a normal rotation for us. Because we buy in bulk, we have these 1-gallon jars filled with about 5 pounds each of different foods. We have lentils, soybeans, popcorn, garbanzo beans, white beans, cranberries that are sweetened in apple juice, quinoa. We just have a lot in here. I am not here to show you some huge food supply because I don't have a huge food supply. That I just showed you what I have, and I'm really proud of it. It is something that I have been doing slowly. I'm not going over budget. I'm not panicking. It's just every week I pick up a little bit more and a little bit more. And I am really happy with everything that I have purchased thus far. So obviously for me, there needs to be a stopping point. And the stopping point will occur when I recognize that I have enough ingredients to put meals together. I hope this video inspires you to be a prepared keeper of your home, to not live in the dark and just say, we'll just deal with it when it comes. I think God intentionally puts these desires in our heart. It's not based on being scared or not trusting God. It's the opposite. It's using the tools that He has given us to ready ourselves, just in case anything happens. we are ready. I think that's what being a good steward of your home should be. Well, I love making YouTube videos all about handcrafted recipes using fresh ingredients and everyday living. And don't forget, this girl is on a budget. I will see you all in my next video, friends. Bye-bye.